Welcome, friends. Welcome to our Ziraat journey to the heart. And it's always a good place to start with the invocation. So I'm not going to put it in the chat window. I feel like you probably all know the invocation from Hazrat Inayat Khan. So let's begin. Towards the one, the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the only being united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance. Amen. So, I'm not always sure how familiar people are with Ziraat and this activity that Inayat Khan brought for us, so I like to do just a little introduction. Inayat Khan was very much attuned to the wisdom of nature, and of course nature can include really all of life, but we often think of nature as the beautiful outdoors, or the flowers, or places where we can experience our environment. And he wrote these nature meditations that we can really attune to nature in that way as well. Also, one of his Sufi thoughts, one of his 10 Sufi thoughts, was very much attuned to nature. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the... Okay. He said, there is one holy book, the sacred manuscript of nature, the only scripture that can enlighten the reader. So clearly this was very important to him. And in 1926, right before, just months really before he died, he started this activity called Ziraat. And it was carried on by his Murshidas mostly, and created a ritual around it. And it was really considered an esoteric school, a mystery school. So Ziraat means, and it has a few different interpretations and translations, but one of the most common is that it means agriculture in Arabic. And so I think Inayat Khan chose this form of a mystery school, an esoteric school, because agriculture can be such a great symbology for cultivating our hearts, and that being such an important part of our spiritual path is really finding that divine within our hearts. And the symbology of agriculture can be a great way of doing that and enriching our inner lives. And so, as I mentioned, there was a ceremony that was created. I don't generally go through the whole ceremony in these classes, but I do like to create an altar based on the instructions from Inayat Khan. So it's a very simple altar with a gold cloth, and then we have each of the elements represented. So we have earth here. Today I have this little tree that's made out of amber stones. It felt kind of fall-ish to me, autumn time. And then of course we have the water here, and this is from the river by my house. And then the fire, of course, with the candle. And then for air, I have these, he said to use feathers. I have some feathers in there, along with some little dried wispy plants for air. And then, of course, the ether being represented by the incense. So today we'll begin, as we do with all of these classes, with the salutation to the elements. And so I'll guide us through this. I'll put it in the chat window, so you have the words. And there's movements that go along with it. And as we attune to these elements, I like to just remind myself, and maybe all of you, that Anaya Khan considered these elements as actual living beings. Of course, the elements are what make up really our world. That we are made of these elements, and everything in our environment, the whole that we experience, is made of these elements. And he considered them as living beings, almost as like the way for us to connect our material world with our spiritual world. So as we do the breaths of each one and do the movements, it's a way of really connecting our to those living beings that are bringing us into the connection of the material and the spiritual. So we'll begin with the breath of earth, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. And if you want, you can do this movement of keeping your hands parallel to the ground, really feeling that essence of earth energy. Again, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. O all productive earth, we humbly offer our love and respect to you. And for water, we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you can just kind of let your hands dripping down towards the earth. The water has a downward movement. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. O all purifying water, we willingly offer our love and respect to you. And for fire, we put one hand in front of the other with an upward motion. That fire has a very rising energy. And we breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose. O all-consuming fire, we wholeheartedly offer our love and respect to you. And for air, we can move our hands like the wings of the birds. The air actually is, Anaya Khan has a zigzag movement. But as we embody this sense of flying in the air, breathing in through the mouth and breathing out through the mouth. O all-pervading air, We gladly offer our love and respect to you. And then for ether, you can just fold your arms across your heart, and there's no movement for ether, and the breath is just very refined, almost still. You can barely tell you're breathing. Just attuning to that mystery that moves within and throughout all of the elements, the source of our breath. O ether, essence of all, we passively offer our love and respect to you. Amen. So, for our Ziraat journey, I usually like to bring a song for the elements that can just bring this even more into our hearts and voices. And for today's song, I chose one that I think relates a bit to, at least if you're here in the northern hemisphere, which I think we all are. We're experiencing autumn and the leaves falling and that sense of everything returning to the earth. And so, oh, and happy Dia de los Muertos, by the way. So we're certainly attuning to that. So this song is by a beautiful Jewish chant composer called Batya Levine. And just attuning again to returning to who we really are, our source, our elements, and digging deep to our roots. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. 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 All the leaves are I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. And these melodies interlock if you want to sing different parts. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. All the leaves are falling down, falling down. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Dig deep my roots and return again. I am the water, earth, fire, and wind. Return again. So, thank you. Started a series of focusing on the different aspects of agriculture and watchwords that were given to us in this Ziraat activity. And so, like I mentioned earlier, Inayat Khan had a great attunement to nature. And in agriculture, I think one of the reasons why he probably chose agriculture as the symbology for this inner working, this inner school, is because it's an active activity. Like we have to engage with nature. We're co-creating with nature in order to enrich our inner lives and cultivate our hearts. And so we started last week with, not last week, but last month with plowing, which is the first part of the agriculture of the cycle. Now, a lot of this symbology was very common in Inayat Khan's time, which, like I mentioned, was 1926, almost 100 years ago. And so, obviously, our gardening and farming tools have changed quite dramatically, especially if you're attuning to more permaculture and sustainable agriculture. We don't really plow the ground anymore. And today we're going to be focusing on harrowing. And harrowing is the second aspect almost of plowing. And so I just feel like these are good symbols for cultivating the heart. And again, just how can we bring that to our inner lives, which is what the rest of this class will be focused on, is the harrowing tool. But just, be aware that I realize this is not necessarily how we would do agriculture today. And I'm just going to share my screen really quick to show you a few different things. First, I want to show you this, the symbols and the cycles of the farm that we'll be working with for the next few months. So like I said, we started with the plowing, and the watchword was toil or work. So it's a constant work of digging up the old roots that we no longer want or need, and it's really a sense of purifying the mind. And with harrowing, the watchword is courage. And then we'll move through the rest of these, as I mentioned, as we go through these each month. So the other one I wanted to share is, in case you have never heard of a harrow, let's see. Oh, here we go. I thought I'd show you a picture of the tool. Because I think it's important to see kind of what Inayat Khan is picturing when he's talking about a harrow. So you can see it has like all of these blades and that create these really beautiful, perfect rows on the ground where you're going to be sowing your seeds. And so you can see it's almost like raking and bringing that final touch, I guess, to the soil. So now we'll look at how those can be effective in cultivating our hearts and purifying our minds. So I'm going to do a reading here from the Ziraat papers, and it's called The Method of Harrowing. In the ground, there are to be found deep roots and roots that are still lying on the surface. There are also pebbles which are sticking out in the ground and others lying on the surface. In plowing, much of the undesirable element is taken away from the ground, and yet much is still to be found. It is in harrowing that we must clear away what is remaining. Deep roots are feelings that have taken a root in the subconscious mind. They are feelings of malice, of prejudice, of jealousy, of deceit, the feelings of conceit, of contempt, of revenge, and of spite. The roots which are lying on the surface are the ill manners, such as the cutting word, the rude movement, the insolent form, the harsh voice, and crude gestures. By deeply rooted pebbles is meant beliefs, superstitions, habits, weaknesses which still exist in the mind. The pebbles on the surface are tendencies, inclinations, thoughts, and imaginations that lead to wrongdoing. The human mind is likened to the treasure buried in the ground. It needs digging, and when the earth and stones that cover that treasure are removed, then the treasure manifests to view. The harrowing, therefore, is the finishing of that clearing process, which began in the form of plowing. So, just to kind of highlight a few of those things that are, so that the plowing is the digging deep, going deep into those roots that are solidly in there in our subconscious minds, and the superstitions, the habits, the ill-mannered thoughts. And then there's the harrowing that refines it and continues that work of lying what's on the surface, such as the ill manners, the cutting words, the rude movement, the things that thoughts and imaginations that lead to the wrongdoing. So in a lot of ways, you could consider the harrowing and the plowing a similar process. It's just a refinement of that. And for both plowing and harrowing, I like the practice that seems to bring me into this sense of digging up and letting go is really the zikr practice, the la ilaha illallah. And so the la ilaha part is there is no God, or nothing exists except God. So la is no. So la is that plowing, that letting go of the old habits, the thoughts, the unkind actions. La ilaha. That's the plowing and the harrowing. Clearing our hearts and minds of delusions of that false reality, and really emptying ourselves before the divine. And then il-Allah is where we are open to receive the seed, the guidance, and remembering our unity with the One. And so I want to do a practice that focuses a little bit heavier on the La ilaha part before we get to the il-Allah. And so we'll say La ilaha 3 times, really focusing on that emptying, on that clearing away of what is no longer needed, those beliefs and habits and the illusion that we are separate from the One. So I'll just begin and jump in and follow me as you wish. La ilaha, la ilaha, la ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha, la ilaha la, ilaha il Allah, la, ilaha la, 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 ilaha la, ilaha il Allah. Two more times. La, ilaha la, ilaha la, ilaha il Allah, la, ilaha la, ilaha la, ilaha il Allah. Just taking a moment to breathe with that emptiness of what is no longer needed, and that unity with the one reality. So, the watchword for harrowing is courage, which is interesting. So I had fun kind of exploring, like, why courage for this refinement and plowing, or clearing away. And courage really, it requires courage to really look at maybe the shadows and the things that we don't necessarily want to look at every day. And it can be scary, but it takes courage to find the strength to look at that and to really start digging deep and really listening to the guidance of the spirit of guidance. And so I did a little more exploration into what does courage mean, and not just from a Nayat but just what do the interwebs, the intelligence out there say courage is. And so courage is the mental and moral strength to face danger, fear, or difficulty, and the willingness to act despite the fear. It is not the absence of fear, but rather the ability to control it and act, whether through physical bravery, like in a battle, or moral strength, like standing up to for one's beliefs. The word originates from the Latin cor, which means heart. So, and it's been defined as strength to endure and persevere. So I find that interesting. I didn't realize that before, doing a little more research, that cor is Latin for heart, and that's where we get this word courage, is really that finding that strength within our hearts and having that heart energy to help face the fear or challenges that may be before us. There is a sense of bravery around it. And of course, there's other words that have derived from courage, like discourage, which is the opposite. It's to deprive someone of their confidence or to dishearten. So courage is heartening, is giving you the strength. Or encourage. We have another word that uses that, is to encourage others in their bravery and their strength and their confidence. And so I have another reading from Inayat Khan that where he talks about what he sees as courage. So this is from Volume 8A, Sufi Teachings, The Tuning of the Heart. The power that the heart quality has is immense. The hen, when it is taking care of its young ones, will not hesitate to fight an elephant in defense of its chicks. The heart full of love for its young gives the hen such power that it does not even see the size of the elephant. Its confidence in its own power is greater than the strength of the elephant. Those who have accomplished great things, those who have held their life cheap for a high ideal, have not thought about it with their brain. It is their heart which has felt it. It is the heart quality that gives courage and bravery, not the brain. Therefore, if one wants to seek for the divine power of the Almighty God, it should be sought for in one's own heart. So it is the heart quality that gives courage and bravery, not the brain. If our brains were in control, we would probably not be very brave, right? At least I know that's true for me. But there's this sense of, just that love, that God quality, a heart full of love. That hen, that mother hen, just doesn't even see the difference in size. It's just about protecting her young ones. And so the courage and bravery is all about having that divine strength moving through us, embodying that strength. And so there's a beautiful name of God, Ya Aziz, that I think is a good one to attune to for courage. I might put that in the chat window in case you want to see it. So it's Ya Aziz. Aziz also has an energy of giving like self-worth for people that have a low self-esteem. Aziz can be very powerful because you realize that the strength of the one is always there, moving through you, giving you that confidence, that endurance, that strength, that courage. So let's just do 33 times Ya Aziz. Ya Aziz, 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 Ya Aziz. And just bringing that onto the breath, breathing in, Ya Aziz, breathing out, Ya Aziz. Could even drop the Ya part and just breathing in Aziz, breathing out Aziz, and really feeling that energy of courage and strength flowing through you. So there happens to be this beautiful chant that I want to bring to you that I feel like really attunes to this idea of courage and harrowing and going within and clearing away so that we can be free, so that the One can plant the seed of love and truth into us and through us. So grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord. Make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord. Make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. I return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, return planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord, make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord, together planting the Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord. Make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord. Together planting the seed. Grant me courage to go within. Still my wandering mind, O Lord. Make fertile my heart. I want to be free. Return myself to me, O Lord. Together planting the seed. So, now that we have all of this courage with Ya Aziz and tuning our hearts with the chant, we can bring ourselves to this practice of astaghfirullah, which is sometimes interpreted as forgiveness or forgiving, asking for forgiveness, but it's really just a clearing, a purifying of the heart, of the mind, astaghfirullah, and bringing all of our courage and our heart to this practice and of just reciting astaghfirullah. And you could even bring this movement of clearing the heart and that energy of clearing astaghfirullah. And within that word astaghfirullah is Ghafoor. Ghafoor is the name of forgiveness, of the fire of love that forgives and wipes away all past mistakes. So bring our hearts to this and repeating astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. So, once we've cleared the mind, purified the mind, clear the heart, where do we end up? Allah, in that unity, in that one. And Allah, who and what is Allah? Well, there's at least 99 beautiful names of God, but the first two beautiful names of God, and it's found at the beginning of almost every verse in the Quran, is Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, that womb of love, the Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, mercy, compassion, absolute divine love. There's no room for anything else but love. And that's where we can begin each breath, each moment, each thought. And so I'm going to sort of close us out with another chant of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah meaning we begin in that vibration of the One, and ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. There is nothing but pure divine love, always moving within and through us. And this chant is called the carving Bismillah. And if you wish, you could do a movement with it, where we're actually moving our heart in the, making a heart out of our hearts. So we're using our hearts to go up, and then, so making one side of the heart on the first line, and then the second line of the heart on the other line. So we're carving that love within our hearts. And then on the third and fourth line, we're actually making a heart up on the, as a reflection of that upside heart. So then we'll do a down, upside down heart with our heart movement. So we'll go to the right and then to the left, drawing that heart, carving that love within our hearts. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. 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 And so we'll close our time together with a salutation and gratitude for the elements, the same lines that we began with. And we won't spend as much time with each line, but we like to send our gratitude to these divine beings of the elements. So, oh, all productive earth, we humbly offer our love and respect to you. O all purifying water, we willingly offer our love and respect to you. O all-consuming fire, we wholeheartedly offer our love and respect to you. O all-pervading air, we gladly offer our love and respect to you. O ether, essence of all, we passively offer our love and respect to you. We'll close with the prayer, Khatum. O thou, who art the perfection of love, harmony, and beauty, the Lord of heaven and earth, open our hearts that we may hear your voice, which constantly cometh from within. Disclose to us thy divine light, which is hidden in our souls, that we may know and understand life better. Most merciful and compassionate God, give us thy great goodness. Teach us thy loving forgiveness. Raise us above the distinctions and differences which divide men. Send us the peace of thy divine Spirit, and unite us all in thy perfect being. Amen. Amen. Thank you, friends.